best. That's why I have him on here.
Welcome to another episode of I Can't Make This Up, the show about bringing people together from different backgrounds through true stories. I'm your host, AJ Dunk, spelled all caps. You can find me at www.ajdunk.com. From there, you got my Facebook, my Instagram, my Twitter. It's all located at ajdunk.com. Guest, if you would, please introduce yourself.
Oh, hello, everyone. My name is Ariana, aka Joy in these streets. I hope everyone is living their best lives because I am.
Yes, Ariana, yes. We gotta see this movement because I know that
Yeah, there's a lot, and even when I tell the story, it's gonna be popping, and I don't want to be messing it up.
Can you please tell us about Ari Joy Fitness now that you're here?
I am teaching for Workwell, so all of my city employees, anybody working for the city in any way, shape, or form, they've sent out a link, and any of those lovelies can join me. So I teach Monday to Thursday. Mondays and Wednesdays, 90s fitness. Tuesdays and Thursdays, soca. Right? So that's what's happening. I'm in Queens. You know when they be in the club like Brooklyn, I'm like Queens.
I've never seen that.
This is because it's only me. It's only me. It's no one else.
Now, if this is your first time here, if this is your 200th time here, if this is your 5th time here, I'm going to explain to you what's going to happen, all right? So, Ariana's here because she's going to share a true story that has happened in her life that she cannot make up. Now, while Ariana's telling this story, if you have a question that you want to ask, there's a button down there that looks like this. You press that button and you submit your question. Once she's done telling the story, I'll press that button, I'll look at the questions, and I'll pull them up if it pertains to the story. Do you pinky promise that it's true?
I pinky promise that it's true.
All right.
Well, all right. I just want to give you some background. Like I said, I'm a school counselor, so I can't be an alarmist at all times. So if someone comes to me and says something about a student, it might be about something deep, like maybe if they're talking about death or they're talking about like losing someone or anything like that, I can't jump to conclusions, right? Because one time I had a kid talking about death and he was like, I can get 5 lives, right? Like the video game, like I'm not really going to be gone. So, they don't always get everything and you just got to explore and you don't want to put words in their mouth. So I don't want anyone to get offended or be like, oh my gosh, you don't care about the children. I do. I just can't be here all the time. Otherwise I get nowhere. All right. Okay. I'm sitting in my lovely office and I get a phone call from one of my teachers. Miss Carson, I need you to know that such and such is saying that he wants to hurt himself and I don't know what to do. Really? Because mind you, this is a 1st grade class. So, we ponder what's in their brains. He keeps pointing to his wrist. I don't know what he wants to do. And his nail, he's pointing to. I said, okay, cool. I said, send him to my office. So, the 1st graders, they like to wander. I look outside and I see him coming down. He's happy as can be. Like, hey, whoop, whoop. Hey, honey, come on inside. Everybody's Honey Bunches of Oats because if I don't know your name, you're Honey Bunches of Oats until I figure it out. So I'm just watching him and I'm like, how you doing today? He's like, I'm good. I said, oh, okay. I said, are you feeling down? Did anything happen today that you're upset about? So he points to his wrist and he's like, I want to put something in here. So I have to open it up. I said, you want to put something in there? He's like, yeah, I need to put something inside. So I said, oh, okay. So I'm trying to think to myself because he said he wants to hurt himself and he's telling me he wants to put something inside. So I'm trying to really go with him and explore this great journey of putting things inside our wrist. So what do you want to put in there? He's like, I want to put the webs in there. So you know, right away you got to get into the child's mind and say webs. Who has webs? Spider-Man has webs. Yes, he does. So I said, hold up. You trying to be like Spider-Man? And he looked at me and he was like, yeah. So then in my head, I'm like, okay, I can't shatter his world and say Spider-Man is not real, which I almost did. I almost shattered his life. And I was like, I said, honey, you know that's not real. And he said, and I said, oh, hold up. I was like, wait, rewind. I was like, you know, he makes an appearance in the movies, right? And then he goes and lives his life outside. And he was like, come on over here. We went online and I'm showing him, I'm like, you don't have to open your wrists to put the webs in. Or there's an apparatus, you know, using big words, and he's just like, because it doesn't matter. They don't care. I was like, there's an apparatus that goes on the wrist, okay? And it lets it out. So he's looking as I'm showing him on Google. I said, you see? Look at it. I said, it attaches to his wrist. He doesn't have to open his wrist up to do that. Oh, I was like, yes, honey. So I was like, you know, you scare people when they think you want to open your wrist up. They think you want to hurt yourself. And he's looking at me like, I don't know what you're talking about. Hurt. I was just trying to put webs up in my wrist, and you playing games with me right now. Listen, I will let your teacher know what's up. Go back to class. But then I also now have to call mom and dad because I just want them to know, like, listen, homeboy wants to put webs in his wrist, and he thinks he has to open it up to put it in there. And I want you to know what I told him he could do instead. You know, if we're going to be superheroes out here, we don't have to kill ourselves to do that, right? We just got to get the right equipment. And for him, when he goes shopping one day for his Halloween costume, he'll see that that's how that works. So you know, that was my story. And hats off to the people. Kids say things. They do things. I had a kid who said they had sex in the bathroom. And if you go like this, oh my gosh, you had sex in the bathroom, they're going to be like, right? But no, I said, so what do you mean you had sex in the bathroom? What you did? They was like, we hugged. I was like, oh, what? Y'all was out here hugging? Hug all day? Like, come on.
Honey bunches of oats. That's what
Honey bunches of oats. That's what I call my kids. Honey bunches of oats. I call them lovelies. I call them my joys. You know, we don't know what madness they're coming in from. So if I can call you a joy, and I know that you clearly not one. I know you've been out here turning up. Okay? But I'm going to call you a joy, make you feel good. I'm going to call you a honey bunches of oats. I'm going to call you a lovely, because to me, that's what your inner being wants to be. It's just that your outer being hasn't caught up yet. That's it.
That's that new HBO right there. That's that new. When you explain this to the parents, I got to know their reaction.
When I call now, I'm like, hi, such and such is all right. I just want to give you an update so that they can breathe. And then I say, my honey bunches of oats, your child, said that they said they wanted to cut, you know, their wrist. But I said, don't be alarmed yet. I said the reason was to put webs inside because they wanted to be Spider-Man. So they like, the parent was quiet. And I was like, what's happening here? I said, listen, kids have imaginations. They see things, and that's what they want to do. So they were just silent for a little bit. They're like, I'll talk to them. They're always so ready. Like, I'm going to talk to them. And I'm like, no. I was like, just explain, you know, if they want to be superheroes and things, they don't have to hurt themselves to get there. They could just, like, you know, find costumes and things.
Honestly, if Ninja Turtles wasn't blatantly a turtle and they told me that they got some liquid and then they grew up and they had skills, I would have found a way to become a Ninja Turtle when I was a kid. Because I was kicking, thumping up and kicking people, and I had to sock stuff, cut it out, put it over my face. So
listen, I was out here trying to be Sailor Moon, okay? I had my wand, and it was like, oh, like I was trying to become these people too. I wanted to be Vegeta. Like, I wanted to be these people.
Here's the question. If kids are honey bunches of oats, do you have nicknames for the adults that are so nice?
I'm not going to talk about it because I don't know who on here. So, I have names. But you're not about to catch me in these streets. I got a job.
How's the kid's wrist now?
Listen, that wrist is beautiful. That wrist is living his best life. And the next day, did he even mention it? No. So please, moving right along. That's how my children work. They will stress you out. I want to cut it open. I want to put webs in. Coming tomorrow. What are you talking about, webs? I don't know what you mean. I was talking about that today.
What have you learned about humanity through your teaching or at all?
What I learned is that we just have to try to accept people for what they do. And if it's not working for you, you can always say, it's been real. Or you can keep them in that corner and just be like, I know how to work with you. Because that's what we have to do when we're working, right? We have to know how to rub this person's back. We have to know how to high five this person up here because we can't expect everyone to be here. Everybody's going to be somewhere and we got to lift them up just a little bit so they can live their best lives. I remember that baby. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Look
at Ariana Fitness. Listen, I know that people be looking at me like, girl, you better stop. I'm not doing that. But they be like, okay, I'm going to try. Okay, I'm doing it. Right? But I get tired too. Everyone falls in love sometimes. What? I don't know about you, but it ain't a crime. All day.
How would you like to be remembered?
Boom, 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 boom. I would like to be remembered as a ball of joy. Thank you so much for coming out, mom, dad, cousins, friends, and dance participants. I appreciate you. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you was here with us.
Now that Ariana's gone, I need to see. Thumbs up if you believe the story. Thumbs down if you don't. 2 thumbs up, 3 thumbs up, 4 thumbs up. All right, Joy, she's confirming it. Oh, it's a thumbs up. If he would have came back the next day and she would have been like, oh, so how's that web doing? He was like, I don't know, kind of so like that. Thank you again for watching. My name is AJ Dunk, spelled all caps. You can find me at www.ajdunk.com. From there, I got my Facebook, my Instagram, my Twitter, my YouTube. Please go to ajdunk.com, click the YouTube, and subscribe. That's all I'm asking. Last time, the name's AJ Dunk, spelled all caps. Don't forget, laughter's always in style, and let them know, Ma.